first down carry. It's Williams. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll fire deep for Rager. And he's got it. Out of the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Jalen Rager, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The return man is Quandre Diggs. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Time to look now with our spotlight at the quarterback, Marcus Mariota. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Mariota. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Third and long here for Mariota. Being chased out left. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Seahawks have recovered. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now, Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But your stuff, touchdown! Kadarius Toney, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they... before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes Diggs. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Garoppolo now. Open man here. It's the tight end Kelce. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. DJ Chark. His second touchdown on the season. And the Mounties have got it back to within a score. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that one makes it 14-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And just a yard to go here on second down. Herbert now. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the 50, here's Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A give to Williams, running right. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Garoppolo on first down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this one is incomplete. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where you see the final score there. Kareem Hunt, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Next, we'll stay right here in the Sunshine State and head up to Tampa to check on the Bucs. And as you see, they were winners earlier this afternoon. DK Metcalf, a touchdown catch in the victory. Finally, we finish at
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
On first down, Garoppolo. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown! DJ Chark. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Mounties are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the third. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and the defense has come up with it. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
He'll try again, and he will take this one in for a touchdown.
A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Mounties have taken the lead. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Returnable for Lockett. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And to give this time to the tailback. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. Garoppolo looks to throw. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
It's kind of an interesting decision. 1-score game, 3rd quarter. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm willing to go out on the limb on this one and go for it. And here's why. If I set it up right now and go get the touchdown, I'm in firm control of this ball game, and my team has a ton of confidence. If I don't get it, hey, I rely on my defense. And if somehow they go downfield on me and score,
touchdown! It's complete. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo.
And the Mounties get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Williams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Herbert. Throw left side, complete to Tony. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Herbert's throw caught by Tony. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, Herbert. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this will be incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You start to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now it's Herbert. The kidder here, it's complete. And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Williams. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Javonte Williams. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah,
also the 2-minute
I got
warning
it now.
play, so essentially 4
Yeah, Charles, this is real crazy.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout.
They trying to make them boys look unstoppable, yo. But it's all right. I'm about to go ahead and pound the ground. I done wasted a couple of minutes off the clock already. Ooh. He tiptoeing in it, Charles. Tiptoeing in it.
62 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And
Really?
Met at the line of scrimmage, and he
Every time I go to juke with him today, he's done some crazy stuff like he don't want to juke.
Final timeout.
I know last game, his juke was on point.
To do next. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this
I want him to
crowd.
burn him. Oh, he ain't got no timeouts. Oh, snap. Let me go ahead and burn this play
Now a
up.
handoff here to his running back. And
They ain't
inside
stopping
the
him.
20 before he's brought down.
I need about 5 more yards to make that a hundo, Charles. Yeah.
Not much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be
What?
over for them.
I don't like the way that rolls.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, talk to him, Garoppolo.
Going to give this time to the tailback.
That's a
And they'll get
hundo.
here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The recipe's pretty simple,
They
I
done
think,
pulled him
right?
out.
Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
That's
Yeah,
James
don't
Conner.
overthink
He ain't
this
seen
one,
no
right?
action
Make sure
today.
he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If
That's
it's
why
not
he ain't
there,
seen
don't
no action.
force the run.
Daylight,
Just
he
make
not
sure you
fast
hang
enough
up
to
the
go.
football.
And I just gave that clown, what, $10 million. I
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
don't
No
know.
question about it
What?
here.
Back
Why
when
not go
we
with the
scored.
fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Ah, he backed off.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
Yeah, that really was nice to watch in the second half.
So for our visitors, the win pushes
their
record
that
now
6
to
loss.
11-2 on the year.
Yeah, Charles,
and
moving them down the ranks
next
for you.
Week to take on the Arizona Cardinals.
104 yards.
Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.
Now, let's see what
That'll
Mariota
do it for us.
did.
I'm Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
1 interception. Oh, they ain't going to put the fumble that he had. Oh, I know where the fumble is. Yeah. 1 fumble. he played like trash. I'm glad I took him out. Turner 18, 104. Oh yeah, we contained him. Contained them pretty good in that second. What? Huh? Nothing. What are you doing? Huh? Huh? Not on my couch. You better take that in the kitchen. You know you ain't supposed to be doing that on the couch. Nothing. Go in the kitchen with that. That's why my rug and stuff is all jacked up now, because you doing stuff you ain't supposed to be doing, like putting putty in the middle of my floor. Yeah, take that in the kitchen. What, you hard of hearing? Yeah, you must be. You know what? Next time I tell you, I'm gonna slap you right behind it. Yeah, that blue stuff in my floor that won't come up, that Mom took a picture of, sent it to me. Yeah. Now, see, because of that, I can't buy you no more putty. That's why I told you when I bought it for you. No, it ain't coming off. No, I'll put some activator on it and I'll get it up. But that is the reason why Mom says you can't have putty. Because if it's not going to be there, it's going to be on a rug. When you finish playing with the stuff, you're supposed to put it up. And that's the main reason why she says you're not going to have clay or putty. And it's terrible because I like getting you the stuff because I know you like messing with it. But you're doing it to yourself. I don't know. Because you had slime all over the place before. You gotta think, Mom don't want you to have that stuff because you always putting it on the couch, floor, carpets, and all that. I'm the one that talks up for you, and you act like you don't want to listen to me. When Mom says you can't have that stuff, I tell her straight, I'm like, yeah, just let her have it again, and then she falls for it, and then you prove me wrong every time by leaving the blue junk all over my floor. Yeah. And that's the reason why you ain't getting it no more. No, you can't. Not if your mom buying it. And if she asks me not to buy it, I ain't gonna buy it because I'm not gonna be in the doghouse because of you. Get all that. You're not about to have me looking crazy. I like getting buns. You can have nail polish. Well, you can't have it while you're on the team or you're on the what's the name? They don't want you to have nail polish on the what's the name? On the cheerleading team. Don't be rubbing that stuff on my couch. What is the point of going to do it over there if you're going to come right back on my couch with it wet? Go out there and do no. Peel that off your skin over there. Over there, every bit of it. You always trying to do stuff around my couch. You want peel it off? Peel it off right over there where the trash can is. Not on my table. Go over there where the trash can. You know what? All right. You know what? You think I'm bullshitting. You better peel that stuff in the. Don't put no nail polish on then. Let's see what it is. 34 million. What, 34 million. You're gonna play 4 more years. And I'll give you 35. You know what? Let's do that. If you turn that down, okay. Well, I know what you about to do. Hmm. Give you 26. Okay, I get you. You just caught 2 good touchdowns, but Odell Beckham can do the same thing you can do. So, I'm going to give Odell. Mm-hmm. Got him for 3 more. Mm. Say what? Just not interested in signing, So take yourself right back to that. You know what? That's 2 people that's gonna get cut in playoffs. Yep, the rest of them, Adonis Porter. Yo, I can't. Yo, he saved that game. Yo, I'm gonna give him 8. I got to give him something. Yo, he saved me. Yeah, Adonis saved me. So let's go. Mariota. That's the best you're gonna get, brother. Okay. And Garoppolo. Yeah, this might be a fit right here. What? Nigga, okay. You don't want to talk? Gus gone. Yeah. Yeah. So, watch this. Let's see. Me too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. So now you gotta start from the bottom, son. Hmm. Okay. Now you gotta renegotiate. Yeah. Okay, let's not do any more of that until any more of that until